People are overwhelmingly approving of the Trump transition. This has been a top story at citizenfreepress.com. Kane, walk us through it.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. I posted that yesterday afternoon and moved it back to the stack here to the top of the stack about 30 minutes ago. There haven't been many polls on the sort of the transition effort. Obviously, all the pollsters, at least the mainstream ones, are in shock that once again, Trump was +3 or +4 compared to their numbers, and they've all stayed quiet. But we had a Harvard-Harris poll last week, which I'm sure you saw in the stack, that showed him at 54% approval in the transition. And that story is still in there. If people want to search for Harvard-Harris, there's a lot of good data in that poll about sort of exit poll data that hasn't been covered everywhere else. But regarding the CBS poll, 59% approve of the Trump transition and approve of his cabinet picks versus only 41% disapproval. So that's a really good number, especially coming from CBS, because there's going to be some distortion in who they contact and likely contact more Democrats for that. So, you and I and Andrew, and we're all buried in the weeds every day, right, of the transition, going through every step. And we forget to understand that 90% of voters don't pay attention like we do every day. They're not following the twists and turns. And so it's nice to sort of get an upper level view of how this, 10% who are committed to news, but the other 90% who aren't paying that much attention, that they have such a positive view of Trump's picks. And I'll close as I throw it back to you. One of the things, obviously, you're part of it, so you're seeing it. But Trump is taking a completely different approach this time. He's realized that it doesn't take a brain surgeon, no offense to Dr. Ben Carson, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to run these cabinet agencies. And what is more important for the success of MAGA is that loyalty and people who believe in MAGA completely and haven't been brought in like they were in 2016 by Reince Priebus. These are people who are loyalists to Trump, and it's going to make the first 2 years, the whole 4 years, really, really smooth.
Yeah, and I'll just say this, Kane, that the team that Trump has around him, let's just go to the picks, Kane. Bobby Kennedy, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth. Could we have dreamed of such a good cabinet, Mr. Kane?
Never. I didn't give myself enough time to really think about who was coming other than the big picks, but I've been blown away almost every single day. And names that aren't even talked about, people inside the CDC. We still don't have anyone running NIH. There's been a rumor that the Great Barrington Declaration, Dr. J from Stanford, is being considered for that. Excellent. So there's just, and then COVID truth teller, Dr. Marty Makary from Johns Hopkins, running the FDA. So it's really been the most interesting transition that and the most exciting transition that I've ever witnessed. I'm a bit older. I've seen a lot of these, and it's the excitement over Kennedy the excitement over Kennedy is sort of its own thing. Like, you see so many independents and Democrats involved, and so many people who are fed up with big pharma, and it's just incredibly exciting. There's been no experience for me before like these last 3 weeks. And, inauguration can't get here soon enough. We really can't wait to see this Trump team in action. And I'm pumped, dude. I'm absolutely pumped.